Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. This video is going to be all about the foot and the ankle. We'll be doing some short activities, exercises to work on strengthening the foot and ankle and stretching the foot and ankle. In skating, just like in yoga or ballet or many other activities, the foot is crucial to what we do. In skating, we have the disadvantage of having equipment that keep our foot pretty rigid and doesn't allow us to tap into the natural flexibility that we need, when really we need to be using our feet to connect to the ice, and that's hard to do sometimes. So some of the things we're going to do today are going to help soften up that soft tissue in our feet and help you just learn how to move your feet a little more. Okay, so let's get started. You're going to need something to sit on, a ball. It could be a golf ball. This right here I have is a pink salt ball. It could be a lacrosse ball. Okay, any of those things will work. Take off the socks. My feet are always cold, so I'm always wearing socks. I'm going to take the golf ball today. I'm just going to, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing here. Here, I'll back up so the video can see. I'm just going to just roll my foot. Roll back and forth. Just roll it back and forth. Might not feel very good. Some days it actually hurts a little bit because the tissue on the bottom of my foot is really tight. That's when we need that most. So roll 15 times on each foot, as far back as you can. I'm going to scoot back a little bit more and see if it's easier to roll on the mat. Maybe it's not going to slide around as much. Oh yeah, that's easier. Maybe try it that way. Make sure you do each foot evenly. This is a good chance to practice your posture too, because you can sit up tall, pull in your core, and push down to the ground with the other foot. All right, great. So let's move on to the next one. Those of you that have done the class that I teach called Yoga for Skaters at the studio are aware of this exercise, but many of you haven't been there, so this is a good one to do. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. We'll put, let me turn around so you can see better. Bend your left leg so the foot is standing on the ground. Take your right foot on top of your left knee, okay? Good. And we're going to make some circles with the ankle. A couple circles each direction. I'm going to take your thumb, both thumbs, and we're going to massage out the bottom of that foot, just like we did with the ball. Keep your spine tall. Now we're going to lace our fingers in between our toes. Okay? And we're going to press back and forth, back and forth. Now use your fingers to circle that ankle. Both directions. Good. Now take your right elbow into your right knee, lift the leg, grasp right above the ankle, and shake it out. Good. Now I'm going to change feet. So turn around so you guys can see this foot. So your right foot plants on the ground, your right knee bends, the left ankle comes up to the right knee. Sit up tall and take our thumbs and massage out that foot, just like we did with the other one. Again, not every day it's going to feel great. There's a spot right in the middle, right behind your toes. When you push on it, it's actually a pressure point that's pretty intense. But I like the way that feels. So you can take your thumb and push there. Releases a little bit of the tension in your leg. Yeah. Okay, now take your fingers, lace them in through your toes. It's really hard there, right between the big toe and the second finger, the second toe. Good. And go back and forth with your toes. Use that arm to move them back and forth. Good. Now we're going to circle. Circle the other way. Good. Now take your left elbow around your right knee, your left knee, sorry, and the right hand to your ankle, and shake. Shake, 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 shake. Good. All right. Now, if you have a block, that would be ideal. If you don't have a block, you can stack a few blankets. Okay, so let you get them. I'm going to sit on my block. I'm going to turn sideways again so you guys can see. Sit on the block with both legs extended out in front of you. Okay. Just sit here for a moment. Tune into your posture. I like to remove the flesh out from my sit bone. So my sit bones can really connect to the block. Keep your spine as tall as you can. And we're going to take our hand behind our right knee. Bring the foot in as close to that block or blanket as possible. Then we're going to open up the knee to a 90-degree angle, as close to 90 degrees as you can. We're going to step down on top of our toes. Okay, sit down on top of our toes. So this is stretching out the Achilles tendon. Okay, you want it to be a pleasant stretch. Don't ever stretch so much that you can't stand it. Right, just enough that you feel a little bit of a stretch, and you want to keep this leg engaged, so we're not overstretching. Okay. And breathe. If this feels okay to you, you can reach forward slightly, keeping your back as flat as possible. Now you might not need to have the block on as high of a setting as I have. And that's okay, so if you need to lower that block, you can. Come back up. Take your right ankle. Plant your foot down. Hands behind the knees, stretch your leg out, push through the heel, and lower. Now let's do the other foot. So bring your hands behind the left knee, step the foot in as close to your hip as possible, as close to your block. Okay. Sit up tall, now open up that knee to as close to 90 degrees as you can. Bring your foot in nice and close, and step on the tops of your, on the toes, right? We're trying to get as straight up and down with your foot as possible, and the knee out to as close of a right angle as you can. Let me turn around so you guys can see that again. I'll face you all this time. So it's going to be as close to this as possible. See that? Good. Stay tall, and you can walk your hands forward if that feels good. Keep both legs firmly engaged, and walk your hands back up. Hands behind the left knee, turn it forward, hands behind the knee again, stretch out through the heel, and lower the foot down. Good, now you can crisscross your feet, stand on your knees, and remove the block. So next one we're going to do is called tie bodice pose. So we're sitting on our feet, on our heels, okay? Sitting up nice and tall. This should stretch out the front of your ankle, the front of your shin. This is called lightning bolt pose or Vajrasana. Stand up on your knees. Let's do that one more time because that's a really fun pose. Try to come back up without touching anything, and just come up and keep your back as straight as possible. Awesome. Now tuck your toes. We're going to sit back on our heels. You can bring your hands to heart center. Some people like to joke that we are praying for this pose to be over as soon as possible. If that's too much pressure on your toes, you can rise up a little bit so it's not quite as much. And breathe. Good. Now stand up on your knees. Good. Okay. Now we're going to grab the socks that we just had. If you don't have any socks, well, you can run and get some right now. You can put the video on pause. We're going to do a little bit of strengthening of the foot. Okay, we're going to pick the foot up. Pick the sock up with the foot. And back up so you guys can see me. Okay. So we'll do it sitting down first. Okay, so you guys can all see the socks are right here. So I'm going to, with my toes, pick up the socks. Okay? And put down. Now I'm going to pick them up. 2. Gripping. 3. 4. 5. Let's do the other foot. Pick it up. 1. 2. 3. Almost didn't get it that time. 4. 5. And 5. Good. So now we're going to stand up and do that. Same thing. Socks out in front of you. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Other foot. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. All right, great. So one more foot activity to do. Okay. For this one, we're gonna need a blanket. So if you have a blanket, one of these kinds of blankets is best, but it's not necessary. You can use any kind of blanket really. And we're just gonna roll it up. Okay, so we're gonna roll it up. Okay. Can everybody see that? Yeah. So we're gonna roll mine all the way so it's a little bit bigger. We're gonna step with the feet on the front. Okay, good. Then we're gonna do a forward fold. So try to fold at the hip creases. You can bend your knees slightly if you need to, if you know it's gonna overstretch your hamstring or your low back. So we're gonna bend a little, let the lower belly touch the thighs, and then we're gonna do our forward stretch. This should be a little bit more intense than you would feel without the blanket. And breathe. You can look up, come back up to standing in a way that's responsible for you. And now we're going to step to the other side of the blanket. So our heels are on the blanket. Okay? And we'll do the same forward fold. So stand up tall, bend the knees slightly, get the low belly onto the thigh, all the way down and extend. And just notice how this feels different than the one before. Keep breathing. Bend your knees, come back up in a way that's responsible for your body today. And we'll go back to the ball of the foot on the rolled up blanket. You could also use a towel. We'll do that one more time. So bend to the hip crease, fold forward, and straighten out the legs as much as possible for you today. Keep those legs engaged. And roll back up. Great. We'll do our very last foot exercise for the day. I'll move my bench out of the way here. And this is just a simple Tadasana. Okay. What we're trying to do is separate our toes. So pick up your toes. You're standing with your feet parallel, hips distance apart, or they could be touching if you wish. Okay. Lift up all 10 toes, and we're going to try to lay them down one at a time. So pinky toe, fourth toe, middle toe, second toe, and big toe. Feel that extension in between, and now you're going to push your way into your toes and try to lengthen the foot. So you're going to step the heel down as far back as you can. Good. You should try to see your mat in between your toes. Let's do that one more time. So lift them up, all 10 toes up, baby toe, fourth toe, third toe, second toe, big toe. See if you can see the mat between your toes. Good. Now lift up the heel and step it down long behind you. So we're trying to get the foot as long as possible, but also make the base as wide as possible. It's like our feet are spread like my hands. Okay. Now fold forward. Take your hands to the inside of your arch and take that skin from underneath your foot and lift up that arch all the way through the inner thigh and up into the hip creases. So that should help you feel how to activate your arch a little bit. Good. And breathe. All right, so shake it out. Shake out your feet. Good. And that's a really short little sequence for you to work on foot and ankle strength. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time.